Right, star seeds. So on the previous video, you seen how I looked out the window, wanted to know what was out there. We seen a cloud, number 7. This is not make believe. This is not made up. Um, we were talking about. I had to do that because it's that droid life. It be what it be. Throat burning. That is one thing about this. But it opens you up. If I love the smell of lavender. It's beautiful. It just opens up all types of stuff. It's burning beautifully too. Also, again, frenemies. What are we doing at this time? We're not going to be able to befriend anyone right now. Right now, we actually don't need anyone. Except for who we started with, who struggled with us, who was there with us. All the stuff that we went through. If you had me at my worst, you deserve me at my best. But if you couldn't accept me at my worst, you do not deserve me at my best. So that means that it's going to seem very, very lonely, and especially for my single women or single, feminine energies. There's feminine energies and there's masculine energies. For those energies that are experiencing being isolated at this time, you're only being isolated because in 2022, if you don't, let me take that back, because right now, 2021, you're actually going to be with your soulmate or your twin flame. So right now is the rekindling of old relationships. Like, let's say if you were in a relationship and it didn't work, you kind of, if you're tiptoeing or you're back and forth, before you start a new journey, go to that and end it, renew it, do whatever you want to do with it, but you're not going to be able to extend into the new until you do that, because God's not going to do that. You still got unfinished business. So everybody who did have unfinished business, who I am from Atlantis, we do know that the Atlanteans, we do know all of them, who they thought were going. We do know that y'all have arose, y'all are now awake to who you are and the knowledge, and that has been hidden from us. We're going to be the chosen ones to awake this new generation. So yeah, also, we already know that time is an illusion, so we don't move on no one else's time. For all of my sisters and brothers who are working a 9 to 5 or graveyard shift, and you're not able to watch or subscribe, I am praying that God gives you your own business if that's what you want. I'm praying for elevation and restoration for all of our finances. This is for me too. These are prayers for me as well. I have to make a decision. The decision of going back to work or resigning. Because when they left me out to dry, I found my purpose. So I will let God lead me as well as lead you. That God did not create us to be in servitude and to serve and allow people to get rich. You know, that is not the meaning, and that was not the calling of God and what He wanted us to manifest. Yeraboshia, Yarakabosia. Yeraboshia. Let me see if you can see. I don't think you're going to be able to see what I got going on, so I'm going to just leave it. So I do. I do. I pray for all manifestation. It's just the energy. I pray for all manifestations, all of your dreams, everything that you guys hold dear to your heart and close to you. I pray that it's manifested. I pray that you no longer have to sleep alone at nighttime, that love embraces you and you embrace love first with loving yourself and knowing that you are chosen. And if you were called, you answer to that call. God is taking new souls every day. The whole 144,000 did not sign up on a DNA Awakening. You do not see my name on there because I don't have to sign up. I am the way. Jehovah sent me. He sent me to warn the churches as well that you've been greedy and you've been manipulating my people for a very long time, and your time has ran out. You will inherit the same turmoil that your government has participated in. You have lied, cheated, and robbed humanity of the ability to know who God is. You robbed them to think that they themselves were not God sent here on a mission. And now this mission had to be accomplished by a regular woman because you didn't answer my call. So just like I had to send a sign to Peter and he denied me 3 times. That's the word. Just like I had to warn Peter, but Peter denied me time after time after time after time. I sent you a message and you seen it time after time after time that my anointed one had went through so much, and when she cried out to you, you didn't even help her. There was times, Holy Spirit speak, there were times that I went to your churches. I dropped my name, I dropped my number. I've been doing it for some time, and you churches didn't act like you didn't know me. And then one of your pastors I slept with. Your church is a church of a house of thieves. You will be exposed as well. Prepare for your kingdom to come crashing down. The time of you using your body to manipulate the temple of God, you will be downsized. I know you thought at the time you were actually getting ready to elevate. You seen at a time that you really thought that God didn't see what you did with multiple women, multiple hotel rooms. But in exchange for no jail time, the only thing I want you to do is get help, admit what you did, and teach other pastors not to do it. Now, if you can't do that, then allow God to go ahead and use me to get a criminal off the streets, or a rapist, Pedophile? You decide how we will go. That is not blackmail. That is not extortion. That is me telling you that I'd rather you be truthful than to go to jail. But if you can't be truthful, then God's going to intervene. And you know when God intervenes, he do other stuff. I can't stop God. Because see, when you denied me, you denied God. When you seen me, you seen God. But you never even realized that. You never even knew that it was going to be me. And I never said nothing. See, I walked around here like a regular old person. Sometimes I was looking raggedy, like something was wrong with me. And sometimes I was looking poor. I went and disclosed myself into all different shapes, forms, just to see how people would treat me. And you know what God said? He said, be careful who you entertain, because you may be entertaining angels unwillingly and unknowingly. You ain't know who you was entertaining. You didn't know who you was entertaining. You didn't know you was entertaining the child of the Most High. See, you thought I was regular. You thought I was average. You called me ghetto. You thought that God wasn't going to work in my life until I showed you who I was. But still, you don't even know who I am, because I'm only showing you 0.5%. Because you can't handle the truth. You out here talking about how much you believe in God. It's far from the truth. Your tongue worship him. But at nighttime, you's a raging wolf in sheep clothing, seeking whom you may devour. But see, when God laid his hands on me, I knew I was in love. See, I knew I was in love with the Creator, because greater is he in me than he that's in the world. And see, I knew that when they said that me and my Father are one, I was never going to dilute myself and say I wasn't no God. If I have a child, my child is half of what the mom and dad is. So why would I tell myself that I'm not a God, but my dad is? And why would I be telling myself that old Saint Nick is a good guy when you look up the meaning of old Saint Nick, the boy is the devil? Why would I tell my kids that a mammal lays reptilian eggs, the Easter bunny's pooping out eggs? It's okay for you to do the matrix of a simulation of something that's not real, but get upset with me because that very thing that I know that's real is in me, and it kills all negative energy plus any entities that's up against me. Please. Yes, poetry is in me. It's a lot of things in me that you could not see, things in me that you could not be. Even if I gave you the eyes to see, you could not even understand what it's like to be me. Try being in chains for 5 years. Try crying 1,000 tears, but nobody hears you screaming and crying, hoping that somebody saves you. But what do? I thank the person who put me in this position, because if you didn't put me in this position, it would have never been hot like a kitchen. I would have never been wishing that I was closer to my entity, closer to my God. But in my God, that's where I seen that in your eyes, that's where you lied. Trying to belittle me. You could never do a thing to me, because the blessing that God got for me is only for me. Nobody could take that thing from me. I'm okay with being elegant. I'm okay with being diverse. I'm okay with putting my place in first. I'm okay with being relevant. Why not be relevant? I don't want to be irrelevant. I want you to know that when I lived this life, I was here, dear. Mommy Bear's here. So there's nothing that you can tell me, nothing that you can do to ever belittle me. There's a God inside of me reigning, and one day I will be on TV. Everything that I speak is manifesting around me. Why me? Why couldn't be? Why not me? I felt this thing in me since I was very little. Nothing could get in my way from me saving the world. I love the world. I love humanity. There's nothing in this world that God could never give me. Then to give me peace on earth, I mean talking about the new utopia. I'm feeling like that very thing I can create it if I put my faith in her. Loving the earth as if it was the woman and the blessing underneath the skirt. But instead you take my black people and you drag them in the dirt, hoping that their emotional level when the hurts will get down so low that they will stay in the dirt. But let me tell you this thing where it never hurts. It never hurts in my eyes because ever since I was little, I knew that you was a lie. So I tried and tried time after time, trying not to cry. But I had to die in order to live. And now I know what my life is about. It's about the opportunity to give in order for you and me to live together in harmony. So listen to me. This is only going to be for 3 more minutes. I love poetry that was fluently spoken. I got some paperwork to do, y'all. Been working on this world, so one paper at a time. It's where we've been at right now. Spend one paper at a time. Before we go, send you over equality. I'm not racist. Racist is taught. It's not natural. See you, Starseeds.